Heard of trading wars but don't fully understand what they are and how they affect you? Let me break it down. Global trade has made the USA incredibly rich, but what is good for America isn't always good for Americans. Globalization has let big businesses pull revenue from global markets. It's giving consumers cheap products subsidized by poverty wages and investors success to foreign capital from around the world. The best part is all we had to give up in return was stable, productive jobs that previously defined the American middle class. For some reason, some people have decided this wasn't actually a very good deal and that workers need a way to regain some of the power they once had. Let's break down tariffs. A tariff is basically a tax on goods coming from another country. So if the US puts a tariff on a Canadian steel, that steel gets more expensive for US companies to buy. The idea is to make foreign goods more expensive so people will buy products made in their own country. This can help protect local jobs, but it can also raise prices for consumers. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Now, why are we doing this? Well, President Trump has some reasons, like immigration, drugs, and subsidies. To make matters more interesting, Canada responds with 25% tariffs on $155 billion worth of US goods. Plot twist. A couple of days later, both Canada and Mexico agreed to delay these tariffs in exchange for border security talks. Trade wars and border security. Who knew they'd go hand in hand? So if military personnel on the border was the goal, mission accomplished, right? No matter where you stand politically, and even if these tariffs weren't meant to protect American jobs, it sparked a conversation about who really wins in a trade war. If you have been paying attention to this circus, you have probably heard that tariffs are just sneaky attacks on imported goods, with businesses passing the cost straight to customers. And guess what? That makes them another invisible tax on average Americans. Classic move, right? So yeah, it seems a bit, well, dumb. But hold up. Hot take alert. There is more to this than meets the eye. Anything that Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump can agree on is worth digging into, right? If they can tackle three big problems, it can actually help working Americans, whether that was the plan or not. The first, putting the genie back in the bottle. Oh, and hey, if you have made it this far, drop a like for the trade war house. And now you want to. America's biggest import source? Mexico. Tariffs on China and investments in southern production have given Mexico the edge, and they're not looking back. According to global data on the Organization of Economic Complexity, 76% of the Mexican exports go to us, mostly cars, car parts, and electronics. Meanwhile, Ford workers in Mexico are making between 10K and 25K a year, and the labor laws are, well, let's say, more relaxed. No wonder American factories are struggling to compete. Here's the kicker. Labor costs are only part of the story. Add in materials, shipping, and R&D, and suddenly small tariffs could make it cheaper to build cars in America, which means more negotiating power for American workers. But here's the catch. It needs time. Without that, we all just in for some major pain. A lot of our imports from America are components essential for American workers, like wiring harnesses which connect the electronic features in cars. These are crucial for cars manufacturing, and almost all of them come from Mexico. Without these parts, local factories can't make cars, so they will just pass the tariff costs to consumers without creating any new jobs. So this also lets foreign-made cars raise their prices, since their competitors will do the same. The good news, America can make these wiring harnesses here, creating good union jobs. But building a new factory takes time. Companies can't just snap their fingers and build one in 30 days. This is just one example of how big, quick exchanges don't help anyone. It's a bigger problem. Workers, businesses, investors, and trade partners don't know what's coming next. So it's time to figure out who will win this trade war. Globalization has created some clear winners and losers, but tariffs alone won't fix the mess. So who's actually benefiting? Well, countries that focus on producing exports, with America being their biggest customer. Big multinational companies also thrive by making things cheaper abroad and selling them worldwide, while wealthy asset owners enjoy the perks of global capital movement and foreign investments. On the flip side, smaller local businesses and unskilled workers are losing. Small-town communities in the Rust Belt have felt the brunt of this as jobs move to cheaper global markets. You can already guess who's been left behind, right? These areas are losing more educated young workers who head to big cities, leaving them struggling to keep up. But hold up, just because a finance bro in New York or a techie in California is raking it in, doesn't mean they are the real winners. They're crashing in because their work can be sold worldwide, unlike a factory workers' goods, which have to compete on the global stage. So, reversing free trade might sound like a fix, but it's not that simple. The most bizarre winners and losers in this whole trade game? American consumers. Yep, you heard that right. The reason we can afford to be so reckless with the trades is because the world loves what we have got, us. There is a lot of us, and we are buying stuff, lots of it, even the rare, supposedly precious items you thought would be gone for good. Somehow they are dirt cheap. It's like the world's economy has a Black Friday every day, just without the long lines and tired shoppers. As long as companies dodge tariffs, they will keep supplying us with the good stuff. And don't worry, other countries are getting in on the action too. It's like a global shopping spree, but at what cost? So if the world's economy is built on this giant global trade web, can it even survive without it? What do you think? Drop your most outlandish predictions in the comments. I bet they're wilder than a $5 t-shirt on sale for $2. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video, unless the trade war gets us first.